Logan Paul made a movie. Did you even know that? Hopefully not. I imagine you didn't, and I apologize for putting this on your radar. Yeah, Logan Paul supposedly made a $300 million movie in just 7 days that is entirely AI generated. This man is more addicted to controversy than a drug addict is to crack. I may not be knowledgeable enough to talk about his crypto scam or anything in regards to Prime because I'm over the age of 11, but I do know one thing, and that's cinema, which his movie is not. Even calling this a movie is an insult to the entire art of making a film, because what you're watching is 15 minutes of Logan Paul sucking his own meat. Metaphorically, of course. Him actually sucking his own meat would have been more impressive than what he managed to whip out. Dude really thought he was Markiplier when he pulled this shit out his ass. He's also not Mr. Beast. I don't know how he got his hands on $300 million or where the budget went, but if he actually did spend $300 million to generate 15 minutes of AI slop, he's a fucking idiot. His own audience is calling him out for this, by the way, which I just think speaks volumes. Do you know how bad something has to be for his own audience, the people that are still following Logan Paul in 2026, to tell him that what he's done is awful? It's so comically bad, and words cannot describe what I just watched. So, unfortunately for you, get ready to bear witness to the atrocity that is Logan Paul's self-proclaimed movie.
I'm so screwed.
So that's how the movie starts, and I don't see what makes this a $300 million film. You would think with that kind of money, you could afford to not have the watermark on screen for the entire duration of it. And after my extensive research on Google for 15 seconds, only about 20 films have ever cost $300 million or more to produce. All of which, except for The Electric State, had a theatrical release. So the math ain't mathing. One thing I'll never understand with people who are really into AI content is how, for all intents and purposes, you can say this looks real, but it's not really something that's impressive anymore. It's gone from, can I make this look real, to how stupid does it look? I would say this looks very stupid. Like, I just don't think people can really suspend disbelief when it comes to AI and think that what they made is actually cool, unless they're under the age of 7. At this point, I feel like it's just coping, because they're able to make this without hiring anyone, which, to most sensible people, isn't really something to brag about. It's just sad. Despite all his controversies, Logan Paul does have a following. He could have easily made this by hiring real actors instead of relying on AI, but the fact he chose to take the latter doesn't really showcase a sense of accomplishment. It only signifies his failure as a creator.
Thank you for saving me. Who are you?
I'm the good guy.
Okay. Great.
This pest keeps coming back. It's time to squash him.
Now, I'm not CinemaSins, but we never learn who this girl is or why she's running from the bad guys. We don't even get their names. And you probably noticed, this girl looks different in every scene she's in. Now, I'm not trying to get on my high horse. I've never made a $300 million movie. Maybe it costs more to hire the same actress for all 4 scenes they're in. Who's to say?
And I think you're gonna like this too, because it's really good. Run, hide, I got this.
Wait! Take this!
Dude saw Amazon Prime's War of the Worlds and thought, yeah, let's do that. $300 million, and they still needed product placement. If Logan Paul just said he spent money to AI generate an ad for Prime, I feel like his audience would have been more receptive to this. But the fact he lied about how much money he spent and had the gall to call it a movie? Who does he think he's fooling? So for the next 5 minutes, there's maybe 10 words of dialogue, mostly quips, as Logan Paul, the good guy, proceeds to beat the shit out of these bald guys in a motorcycle chase. We're halfway through this alleged movie, and there's still no context as to why we're here or explanation as to what's happening. I have no clue who the bad guys are, or why Logan Paul is a superhero. There is nothing that helps you understand what the fuck you're watching, and the few bits of dialogue that get sprinkled in here are all cringe.
You're screwed, buddy! Damn, I'm good.
Logan, if you wanted some Disney Channel quality acting, why didn't you just ask your brother for help?
Did anyone order a pizza? Man, this guy must be on steroids or something.
Not so strong after all, huh?
Sure would be nice to know how the evil bald guy, who seems to be more significant than all the other evil bald guys, is able to do this. Like, if you wanted to make your generic run-of-the-mill action movie with no plot, why didn't you just do it the old-fashioned way with friends or other internet stars and upload that on YouTube? You know, the same method that allowed you to build an audience in the first place? This does not beat the allegations about AI being useless when it comes to filmmaking or other aspects in the creative space. In order to do that, you'd have to prove there's a niche for AI, which is impossible because AI models are trained on things that were already made by humans. So not only did you not make a movie, but what you made is something anyone can do online without needing AI.
You know, Logan Paul, I'm going to cancel you permanently.
But there's one more thing I need to do.
And what is that? Learn English?
You're a funny guy.
You're a funny guy!
I know exactly where your wife is.
No!
I know exactly how to get to her.
No!
But first, let's get to the fun part.
This part actually disgusts me. The fact he would feed an AI model pictures of his actual wife and baby to generate a 5-second clip is abhorrent. You could have just filmed them yourself. Like, it doesn't protect them from what some other sick fucks might do, but at least you'd have some legal ground to stand on. Here, you just gave the AI your stamp of approval.
Main character energy, baby.
Fuck!
You know, this is nothing compared to the time I fought Tyson.
I know.
Once we get this guy, people are finally gonna see us for who we really are.
Yeah, as the good guys. And then they'll finally stop trying to kill us.
That would be nice.
It would be. Imagine all the merch we could sell. The good guys action figures, the good guy t-shirts, trading cards. We're gonna be swimming in cash.
I am so happy that RAM prices are at an all-time high and we're risking a critical shortage of fresh water in the next 15 years so that the Paul brothers can generate AI slop. If they wanted to beat up bald people, why didn't they just hire a filmmaking team? I'm sure two multi-millionaires can absolutely hire some bald people and a VFX team in order to make this.
Any last words?
No, please. I'm just very lonely.
Wrong answer!
Apparently you can't find quality acting like that without needing AI.
Ah! You know, on second thought, maybe we should have kept him around a bit longer. Now that I think about it.
Remember this moment. It's gonna be important to the plot later.
I got it! Boom, baby!
Now would be a great time to know what the plot of this so-called movie is. What are we shutting down? Why should we give a fuck? A lot of the runtime consists of these slow-motion shots after they defeat one of the bad guys. If they instead decided to use that time to dive into a little bit of detail about what exactly is happening, maybe they'd give the 7 people watching this something to care about.
I think that's it.
Nice. Okay, man, I gotta bounce.
Yeah, man, me too. I got stuff to do. See you later. You know, being the hero isn't always easy, but it is always necessary. It's the right thing to do, even if people already know who you are. But if people don't know who I am, I feel bad for them, because I'm Logan Paul.
Yeah, so nothing gets resolved. We don't learn anything about these guys, or what the Omega Project is, or why the Paul brothers care. It's just slop. It's AI slop designed to waste your time and resources. And, you know, they tried to have a sense of self-awareness by adding a post-credits scene where a guy turns this off and calls it AI slop, which, yeah, it is. It's AI slop, but having that moment at the end doesn't change anything. It's just an addition to it. So yeah, that was Logan Paul's self-financed film. Allegedly. I feel like this is a new low for the guy. Like, in the grand scheme of things, throughout his entire career online, all his controversies, this is a bit of a nothing burger. But it is impressive that he's still finding ways to tarnish his reputation, a reputation that was very fragile, to say the least. Like, I don't understand why he would do this to begin with. At the end of the AI movie, his character, the good guy, starts talking about merch, and there's no link in the description, so I don't know if that's real. If it is, then I think we found the motivation. But regardless, I don't know why he would do this. He could have made the movie himself. I'm sure he has the connections to make that happen. He didn't need to use AI. It's just a bad look overall. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this because I found it to be an interesting topic of discussion. And if you want to be better than Logan Paul, remember to tip your bartenders and go to church. That's really about it. See ya.